Hello everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. Welcome to another Transformers KO review. This time I am doing, I picked it up the other day actually, and it was quite cheap off the internet. It was only £20, and that was the Masterpiece Bumblebee review. Bumblebee even. Obviously the Japanese name is Bumble. Being a KO, there are one or two differences. I don't know. I think anyway. I don't remember this C being on the official Masterpiece toy, but if it isn't, then it's an easy way to tell the knockoff. Anything else on the box? The box is actually usually the great reproduction that they are. Yeah, I mean, it does come with all these little bits inside it. I'm not going to show them all off. Obviously, it does come with the little spare wheel or whatever it is and the extra faceplate, but I don't see the point in those. Yes, it does come with the... I'll put that at the back there. It does come with the wing mirrors and everything like that, but you can. I believe on this toy you can actually put them on both sides. On the official one, I believe you can only put them on the driver's side. Because obviously I think it's like taken from an American one where it's a left-hand drive, not a right-hand drive. But also you can put them both on this one, which is pretty handy. Right, so anyway, what else do you get with this reproduction? You do get the Masterpiece thing, and this really does look like a photocopy, if you want my opinion. With the little card inside it, you can't really tell from here, but it really does look like a photocopy. It does come with the instructions, and we get all the little bits as well. We get his little gun. It's quite a cool gun actually. I think that's from Transformers the movie. Because I got this one, I think it's cost me actually it cost me about £22 because it did come with the extra. Is it the Amazon exclusive faceplate to make it look like the original toy? So I thought I'd get that one. Anyway, right, let's get on to the actual toy themselves. Now, I don't always agree with getting KOs. Some KOs I don't mind. Pretty much, let's pretend like those die-cast Dinobots that I've been doing lately. They're brilliant because they're upsized. You know, they've added metal parts and all different colour schemes and stuff like that. But straight up reproductions, sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not. I don't always agree with them. I only got this because I really wasn't going to get this figure at all, really. Mainly because I just don't really like the alt mode that much. I mean, obviously it is a Volkswagen, and obviously being a Masterpiece, it does try to look like the original real life car, not the toy, obviously, because the toy is more like a super deformed VW Beetle. So obviously this being a real life one, this looks more like you could almost say this is a Masterpiece in a way of that, a GoBot toy. I can't remember what his name is, because that did look like a real life VW Beetle. But we're going to start over here with Spike. And this is actually alright, apart from one little thing. Now this is in his little weird whatever transform mode. I just cannot get this to sit together. I've tried tabbing this in. You can see like there's a little tab in there. It just don't want to go in. I mean, I can push it in, but then it pushes all these other bits out of alignment. Now I've pegged it down to, as if I transform this quickly, it actually does roll alright once you sort of get it in its mode. It ain't too bad. If I start transforming it, it's easy. It's got quite an easy transformation, really. It's sort of self-explanatory. Just tuck those away, take that off. Oh, throw that bit under the table. That's always a winner. Hang on, where's it gone? There it is. Oh, pick that up. Right, here we go. Sorry, let's start that again. Rotate this up, and then just sort of like rotate that around. Bring these arms out and around. Fold that little wheel away, and there's one arm done. It's like I say, it's quite an easy transformation. Wherever one bit is, rotate it somewhere else, and that is literally where this is all supposed to end up, which is pretty cool. It did take me a while. Yeah, now this is where I think it's not transforming properly. These little skirt sort of side bits, they just do not sit flush. I mean, I've tried pushing them. I think the legs aren't attached properly. If I just split them slightly. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't want to know, I don't know, it's just not even closing up enough, but that's where the problem is, unfortunately. Anyway, so you're going to rotate these feet out, rotate this wheel around, and then double hinged wheel thing back in there, close the foot back up around it, and then that's hinged in there, the knee joint. So do that one first, bring that one up, rotate this foot around, rotate this wheel around, Stick that in there. And there we have Spike in his Exo-Suit from Transformers movie, which is pretty cool. I don't always want to sit in there properly. Now, the arms are a bit annoying because they could have really done something better with the joints on them just to give them a more normal look, but there we go. Kind of reminds me of that old storyline Robot Buster. That was pretty cool. But I'd like to get another one because I've got the Doctor Wu more detailed Spike head and a Daniel head as well, so I wouldn't mind getting another one of these just so you can have sort of like Spike and Daniel. Pretty cool. That's about as good as he gets, so you ain't going to do much else. We're going to put him over there. We're going to come on to the Bumblebee toy. He does come with his spare wheel, but that's in the box somewhere. I believe it can store under there and also on the back. I can't be obvious because I really don't like it. I mean, I don't like this car, this alt mode as it is, and putting those bits on it makes it look even worse in my opinion. I mean, it's alright for what it is. If you like the VW Beetle, nothing wrong with it, but just me, no. He does roll quite well, but he does have a problem, and I'm going to say that's the paint. Now, I've heard some people have emailed me saying about the paint, and is it lead lined, because obviously, like being from China and that, they don't have the same quality controls out there as we do over here. I haven't got a bloody clue, to be honest, but for the sake of it, I ain't letting my son nowhere near this or any knockoff toy, because he puts everything in his mouth, and so don't take the chance. If that's your concern, don't take the chance. Right, so let's transform. It's got quite a simple transformation, but well worked is what I find. Right, so I'm just going to start loosening up joints. Bring these legs out. That comes out and around. We'll sort that out in a minute. Just straighten the legs out. It is, like I say, it's quite self-explanatory. Fold that little wheel in there, and these wrap around, which is pretty cool. That just tabs in like that. So bring the legs around. That little knee joint there just flips in there. Rotate that around. Fold the wheel under there, and then this just wraps around. That does once you line it up right. Sit pretty good. And now I do like this bit. You've got to fold this down. But now you've got to fold it around and then under there, and then as you bring this around, it just hides itself right in the middle of that, and I do like that because then it gets that bit out of the way. And that's a lot of the transformation done. Right, then we just got to disconnect these arms from under this section under there, and they're just going to rotate down. That just folds all the way down. Then the little arms are tabbed into all that section there. There we go, just free them up. Like so. Oh, there we go. Right, so once you've got them down there, what we're going to do next, we'll sort the arms out actually. So that goes into there, that folds all down. We'll just rotate them around. Like so, then fold out the little hands. Now, one of these hands, when I first transformed this the other day, I had to actually take the arm apart because I just could not budge the hand. I don't know why, but once I've taken it apart, I think I've got more leverage on it to move it. It just would not budge. Yeah, so just be careful on that. Then fold this bit of the bumper down to the back of his hand. It's a shame, in a way, it couldn't have rotated right around to cover that little hole up that he's left there from moving his hand out. That would have been pretty cool. But there's his arms. Now then, you come back to this section at the back here, and then this just all rotates around. It's actually pretty cool. Actually, you're going to tuck this away under there, rotate it and rotate that around, bring it all the way down, bring its head down, and then that just sort of ends up being right on his back. And that is Bumblebee in his robot mode, and it's actually, if you want my opinion, a pretty good robot mode. You can sort of like angle these a bit more better up. Like so, and then you can give him his little gun. His little gun sits nicely in his hand there. And then with Spike, you can imagine they're on moon base too. That is pretty cool. Let's just give him a quick size comparison. He does have all the usual articulation, like in his arms and everything, and it's actually pretty good. They don't stay in that socket too well, but that's not a problem. You don't really play with it, you just pose it. Once you've got it in the pose, you're all right. He will do some really good poses. Love it. I think it's brilliant. I wouldn't mind seeing a cliff jumper, but I don't know exactly. No, is it a Honda City? I'm not totally sure, but Cliff Jumper would be pretty good. Anyway, you're going to put them over there. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. This is with the Mulbar Wheeljack. That's quite a good size comparison if you think of him as the MP Wheeljack. That's quite a good size there. One issue I did have with the size is that didn't Spike used to come up to roughly that size on Bumblebee and in the old cartoon anyway? Because obviously in there he's only actually like that big. So I think that's a little bit out of scale if you want my opinion. And then you can bring in Optimus Prime, the MT10, and that's quite a good scale as well. Maybe Optimus Prime is a little big, maybe Bumblebee's a little small. Don't know. Right, I'm going to stop this video here for 1 second. Let's see if I can get this little faceplate on. But I have tried getting this out, and as you can see, I don't know if it's going to pick it up too well. There's a little scuff on the paint there. One thing I don't like about this actual whole toy is all of this is painted yellow. I don't know if the original had some moulded yellow plastic, but this has been all painted yellow. Yeah, I don't know. But I think there's very few parts of this that is actually yellow. I think some of it is moulded yellow plastic, but then it's been painted yellow on top. I could be wrong on that. I don't know why they've done that. But it does give it a very, very dodgy look, if you want my opinion, on the paint job anyway. But saying that, it's actually not bad. Right, let's see if I can get this out. I don't doubt if I'm going to get it out, but you're supposed to just pop this bloody face off. Oh, there we go, that came out relatively well, didn't it? Now he looks... How does he look there? That's a bit weird, isn't it? So now we're going to stick his original G1 toy face in, and actually I quite like it. How's that look? I quite like that actually. I was going to get the G2 version of this. I'm not quite sure I will at the moment. Is it going to focus in on it? Not really. Is it too close? It might be too close. Who knows? Oh, it don't matter anyway. It's not a bad little face sculpt. No, don't want to. Anyway, yeah, it's not a bad head sculpt. I like that. I do like the original G1 toy version. That is actually pretty cool. Anything else I want to say about this toy? I know it does have the rotational bit here, but I just like leaving the white button insignia out. I mean, you can rotate it if you wanted to. It does rotate. Yeah, so final thoughts on this figure. It's a hard one because I only bought it because I wasn't going to buy this figure otherwise. But if I had to buy one and you had the money, get the official one because I think you'll be a lot happier with it. Unless you're on a shoestring budget like me. And I sort of did want it. Not only because I saw it cheap. It's a bit hard one. I don't really like condoning things like this. Not when it's just a straight up reproduction. Not always the easiest decision because obviously if you don't support the original ones, they won't make anymore, which is a shame. Because I want to get the original. I want to buy a knockoff Star Saber. I want to get the original MP version of that. And I did buy the original MP Wheeljack and old Mulbar. I mean, this guy, you get the KO one of this, and this is dirt cheap. But who knows what the quality is like, but this is an official Hasbro one, or a Takara one, and the quality is damn good. So there you go, you get what you pay for, I suppose, at the end of the day. That's the main thing. That's what I've always said about any KO, you get what you pay for. So I knew it was like half the price, or over half the price, and I knew what I'd be getting into. And for the most part, I'm okay with it, because the mode that I want him in is this mode, and it's okay for me. But just don't go around licking that paint. Right, this has been Graham, the Collect 75. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.